Hello, and welcome back to Brit Reviews It All. And today I'm going to be discussing Sistas. The latest episode, I believe, is episode 6. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think it is. Yeah, episode 6. So this episode, it was alright. It was a lot of cringy moments throughout the entire episode. I'm gonna start with the easiest one. First of all, okay, before I do that, let me just say this. At this point on the whole show, all of the men on the show are getting on my nerves. Just saying. So I just want to put that out there. That's the first thing. Okay? Every single one of them has something that they're doing. Outside of Calvin, right now, Calvin, he's kind of cooling, he's kind of on chill right now, everything that's going on with Sabrina and Maurice, he's chilling. But everybody else, getting on my nerves. So one, let me start with Aiden. He's like one of the ones that you just really hate his character because of how annoying he is, like a little gnat. Especially with the situation with Zach and Fatima, right? But it's crazy to me how his mind is so clouded just from getting attention from a woman. Actually, no, it's not crazy to me because that's what he's been wanting. He's been wanting that type of attention from a woman, and he's finally getting it. And she was easily able to get in there and full on manipulate him to the point where he didn't double check to see where this woman came from. I don't even think he double checked the information as far as when she came in initially to get a divorce. I believe that was the excuse for coming in, and he was the person to go to for that. So he just really did not. He's really just on cloud nine right now, and he doesn't even realize of what's coming his way. So much to the point that Gary had even said, "Have you vetted her? Have you checked her? Do you want me to do it? Give me her information. I'll check her." No, I already did that. I'm going. And come to find out, he never did. Somehow they ended up in Vegas, and I believe that was on purpose. Her intent was to get him there, get so jacked up. She probably wasn't even drunk or jacked, She probably wasn't nothing wrong with her. She probably was faking it and allowed him to get drunk, and they went and got married in Vegas. And I'm curious to see how long it's going to take for her to really pull off the big scam, which for her is to get everything that he has, his money, home, car. She wants everything. So we're going to see what happens with that. And I'm not going to jump ahead because we did see a clip where Fatima said something to her. So we're going to see what happens with that on the next episode. So, Aiden, I don't even like your character, dude. But you don't want to see nobody get played like that, even though he was very manipulative, very ugly towards Fatima, like doing the most. I still wouldn't want to see that happen to nobody. Anyway, moving on. So, Zach and Fatima. I want to see them win. I really do. I want to see Zach win. But he is self-sabotaging his own situation. For one, yes, we know the scare that happened with Karen brought up emotions. He was very, very honest about the fact that he said he does love Karen, but he does not want to be with her. He loves Fatima. He wants to be with Fatima. He's been very open about this, so we know that. However, you also know that it has been very hard for Karen to accept that you do not want to be with her. So, just giving her, not the, "Oh, Karen, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm glad nothing happened to you. You good. The baby's good." oh my God, we may have our issues, but I don't want to see nothing bad happen to you in that way. That will be hurtful to me. And have that moment and then stop it and go back to your life that you're building with Fatima. But you are adding fuel to the fire, and Fatima is trying her best to be as patient with him as possible, but we're seeing that she is basically at a zero. Giving Karen that extra attention, you're pretty much giving her false hope. But then, as that episode went on, it kind of started to make you feel like, okay, well, now, Zach, are you backtracking? Do you still want to be with Fatima? Or are you finna let something go down between you and Karen that's going to jack up that situation? Because, one, the little extra things that Karen was doing, it was like, girl, don't do that to yourself. Like, let it go. It's also making you wonder, is Zach actually the father? Because she's putting more into trying to be sweet and nice to Zach in order to kind of pull him back in. And then when she does that, she tends to be very mean towards Aaron. So they're kind of playing with us on that. So to keep us guessing, well, dang, well, maybe it's not Aaron. Well, maybe it really is Zach. So we still can't figure it out. But Zach, it's like, dude, you have to know that you're playing with fire. You already know that Fatima is annoyed. Andy pretty much had to lay it out for you at Fatima's place of her workplace, and you still were not getting it. The fact that you said, hey, what, could you at least tell her that I'm about to go over there to Karen's salon, because I did say that I would help her and she wants me to. So he went on and he said that to Andy. Andy obviously relayed the message, because the end of the episode, Fatima did pull up, and I'm wondering what made her decide to leave work and come over there. As you know, at that point when she did go and she left while she was at work, she had done took that ring off and asked for Andy to hold it for her, which that's not a good thing, Zach. So, mind you, when Fatima pulled up, she saw Zach and Karen like this, and her lean in and kiss him on the cheek. Now, I'm curious to know that if Fatima hadn't pulled up when she did, if Zach would have allowed Karen to kiss him, because I felt like that was what was about to happen in that moment. I wanted to reach through the screen and punch Zach in the face. I really did. One, you know that Karen still has some type of feelings towards you. So if you are going to help her, okay, fine, whatever. But you got to keep a good, respectable distance between the two. The excessive touching, hugging, letting her kiss you on the cheek, that's the second time that has happened. No, sir. No, sir. You doing too much. Do what you said you're going to do and then get on about your business. You can still try to have some kind of friendship, like a friendly type of vibe with her, but don't let it go no further, because as you know, she still wants to be with you. Karen even went, before all of that happened, she even went over to Andy's penthouse to talk to her. And it's just like, Karen, and Andy's even telling her, Karen, don't do this to yourself. He is in love with Fatima. But he was so sweet. It was like, Karen, here you go again. You're annoying. Like, come on. Anyway. Now, something else that was going on with this episode was Aaron. Oh my goodness. It's like, it's something about him that's not right. Because he gives off very nice, very caring and everything, but he don't listen. Everything that Karen gave you the night before, her energy stated that she pretty much gave you where you should have understood that she just need to ask some space from you, because you're not telling her something about that lady that came up there. And mind you, we have not seen that lady since that one time, right? Something's not right about that. And he also went around answering the questions about that. Just for her to get there, and here you come. You done woke up, went up to the salon, started trying to help. Oh, I'm gonna help you clean up. When we know that you're pretty much being manipulative. For me, I think he's being manipulative. He's trying to still find ways to come around Karen, see her, just kind of, and it's like, that's scary. That's scary to me. Yeah, thank you, Aaron, but you're no, something's not right about him. And I really can't wait until we find out what it is. Like she said, you're too good to be true. I'm not saying that he's not a good man, but there's some things about that man. He has some something going on that we all don't know about. Um, so there's that. Now, moving on to Maurice, Sabrina, Calvin, the lawyer, whatever. Maurice has his moments where he is like super duper funny. Love him, love his character. However, when there's moments to get serious and really tone that down and get serious and be an adult and handle something in an adult manner, he lacks that. Point being, when Calvin was able to convince him to go to the lawyer, which I understood why he didn't, because Bao, whatever his name is, the way that he spoke to Maurice, I wouldn't want anything else from that man either. Because at this point, he does not see it for you like that. He disrespected you as a person, as a human being. So even if he may not like who Maurice is, there's a way to speak to a person, and Maurice don't want you like that anyway. When they're able to he's able to get Maurice to come to the meeting with the lawyer. That was the time to be serious. Your life is on the line. You're about to possibly go to jail if they cannot find a way to get around that recording. But I feel like they really should have a chance. It's just all the pieces and the puzzles that are involved is really what's making it very hard to do. For one, Q. I mean, look at who this guy is. I mean, his record, come on. Just saying. Maurice comes in there. He's doing his extraness, how he speaks. But that's a lawyer. That's not your friend. That's not. It's not that scenario. So right now you need to be trying to find out what's going on, what they charging you with, what's the bad, what could happen, what to do, what can y'all do. They told them 15 years. I was like, ooh, god dang. That was like, come on. We gotta have something. There's gotta be some way for them to get out of this. I'm really not understanding how they said that they were looking into Maurice and Sabrina also being connected to Bio, whatever. Whatever happened to that? Because it feels like the detective stopped with just those two. And then we have not heard anything else about what Bio, whatever that he's possibly doing that is illegal. We have not heard anything else about that. So I'm really hoping that we can really get the insight onto what's going to happen with that, because Bio, I feel so bad because I keep saying it wrong, but he keeps coming around into the picture. So obviously they're going to do something with that character. There's a reason why he's still there. But I really want them to get to it, because I feel so terrible for Sabrina. I feel terrible for Maurice. And I really want them to be able to get back to their life and really, and get out of that scenario. It just really sucks. It really, really sucks. Like, Sabrina wasn't doing anything. She literally was just getting up and going to work every day, meets a man, decides to be open-minded and go on a date, and here she goes. Now she's roped up into something else. I mean, that is scary, Maurice, he simply was just being who he is, being a smart butt, and all in all, you ended up getting caught on tape saying something, and you weren't even serious. You were just being a smart, you know what, and that turned into a whole situation. So it just really sucks. I really wish Calvin would not have allowed for Q to give him that freaking sob story, and then allowed him to come back into the apartment. For one, you do pay the rent to live there, but your name was not on the lease. And so if Maurice said that Q could not stay there, you shouldn't have allowed him to come back in to sleep anywhere, especially if Maurice told him to get the F out. Two, I don't understand how they were able to allow for this man to put that address on his thing for where he should be released to. I thought that was really weird, and I'm like, who does that? Can that happen in real life? Like, absolutely not. You can't just put my address, and ain't nobody confirmed nothing with me. Nobody talked to Maurice. Nobody confirmed that it was okay for him to be able to come to that home. So something that's not right either. But okay, for TV's sake, I'm just gonna go with it. Now, last thing, and I will say, Dani. Dani is actually one of my favorite characters. I love her. I love the personality as far as the funny side. We do know that Dani has a lot of things emotionally that she does need to deal with, and how she communicates what she's really feeling. She really has a lot of things to work on. But Preston, I feel like he cares about her. And it's like he's kind of in this triangle, or just a triangle, or just a tangled mess, trying to not let her go because he doesn't want to, but at the same time she thinks she doesn't want to be with him, but then she still, kind of rides that line, but then he's like, well, then if we're not going to do this, then I'm going to move on now. He obviously wants to be in a full-blown relationship. He wants married. He wants a wife. He wants children. He wants all these things, but Dani is not in that space. And he cannot force her to hurry up and get in that space. It's a lot of things that would come with being with him. And mentally, and as a woman, as a black woman, I don't think she's not ready for that. She's just really like about that. Now, I thought that was so freaking hilarious, the scene with them when she woke up in the bed and he was in the bed with her. That was actually pretty freaking funny. But hey, it happens, right? You may have one of those nights. Just funny. And apparently a lot of things happened. And I don't know if Preston might at first try to refrain and be like, girl, no, you're not in your right mind. We shouldn't do this. Or if he was just like, shoot, come on, okay, because he want to be with her anyway. But hopefully he did try to fight her off. But with Dani, if she wants something, it's probably, he probably didn't stand a chance. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. Overall, like I said, the season is going really good. Hopefully this season we get to actually get to the end of what's going to happen with Sabrina and Maurice. I do not want to see them going back to jail, and I hope that they do not. I would like to see Q's tail go back to jail. Okay, and I would like to see what's going to happen with the African prince, Bow, whatever. I really want to see what's going to happen with Karen, who's the father. That's another thing. So hopefully we can get all those answers within this season. All right. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. That is all I have for this particular episode. I will be back hopefully next week. I'll try to keep it going with the season. Stay on track. But yeah, let me know if you're into Sistas. Let me know what you think about the show. If there's any other shows that you can think of that I should try, let me know. All right. Bye, y'all.